feels so peculiar, boiling hot in my soul. Farewell transmission, not many.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Some serious pride on the line in this contest as these two divisional rivals take the field together for the first time this season. Almost a playoff atmosphere surrounding the game between these two bitter opponents. It's the Eagles going up against the Redskins. With that, let's get up to FedEx Field. On the call, here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. 6 yards here to go for the offense on second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And here's the Redskin defense.
Mike Daniels continues to get better and better with each year. A nice run stopper inside.
Let's go.
And second and 10. He'll look to throw again. On the move to his left. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game and they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And here's a look at the starting offense. We've got a 3rd and 11. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going down the middle, and it's complete. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Now Gordon on first down. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. He was brought down by Devon Kennard. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Vontaze Burfict is a super talent and a fierce competitor. He can do it all at the linebacker position.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Marcus Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he tugged this one badly. It's no good. Wide left. And this will remain a scoreless game. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Watching that body. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Marcus Smith in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the left here to Reed. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going underneath for Gordon.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think
and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Stills right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now the Eagles offense back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll look to throw. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Brief break in the action here. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left. Still on.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And now they're in the hurry-up. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Green 39! Green 39! No, check. Patriot! Hurry up, here we go. Here we go now.
On third down, Johnson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the accuracy lacking there for Zuerlein. It's off to the right, no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for... And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. They'll run it now out of the gun. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So it'll be first down here after the run. One man in the backfield is Gordon. He'll get the football here. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
Check. Blue landed. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Back to throw now on first down. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Back to throw here. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This will be caught at about the 3. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Back down. All right, here we go. Gun.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and it's 3rd and short.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Green, 13 now, Barney. 4.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give them a first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective. We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, That was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding time. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And out now come the Eagles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Shift together here from the D-line. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And Stills over the middle. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First throw now for the backup, Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Marcus Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the three. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. He'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's able to get out to the 30. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And let's see what the defensive coordinator may have up his sleeve here to try to get this final last stand and win this football game. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The tackle by Janoris Jenkins.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll look to throw. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he finds Stills complete. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. And somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Going underneath for Gordon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver in the final minute. And the Redskins have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. The Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. Now it's Crowder. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, that feel pretty good as a defense.
Back to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. In motion, the tight end Reed.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like practice and preparation coming together. So many times your last practice of the week, you score the game-winning touchdown. Everyone leaves the field feeling good about themselves. They got it done for real in this situation.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out now come the Redskins. They have time here, partner, for just 1 final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that. But also, you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat-and-mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Eagles, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Washington, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.